Hey, Mr. Clash here with the best 10 or 8 clan war attack for 2017, and before I get into it, let me just say this will probably be the only clan war attack you'll need to know, and that is mass hog attack with occasional use of a golem. And if you use this attack as you're about to see in this video, you'll be 6-starring most wars. This video is going to have a whole bunch of replays to show you how effective and devastating this attack can be. They're all going to run at speed. Now, the first thing you need to know is that double bombs at Town Hall 8 can wipe out a hog attack. It only just will, but it can. So if you hit double bombs with a hog attack at Town Hall 8, they'll wipe out your hogs. Now have a look at this base. It's a very popular Town Hall 8 base. Have a look at the wizard tower on the left of the Town Hall and then the air defense at the bottom of the Town Hall. Between there, standard base build on this base is a double bomb set. So you need to learn why hog attacks are great at Town Hall 8 is that they teach you a lot of things that transpose or transfer straight to your hogging at Town Hall 9. And in this case, how to avoid that double bomb set. And that is you drop hogs on that mortar, which is right next to that wizard. Then the hogs will go from the mortar to the wizard to the cannon to the air defense to the left of the Town Hall and continue around that way. Anyway, having said that, you'll see that in action. Now this attack was done before the Christmas update, but I wanted to show you how to path around a double bomb with a set of hogs at Town Hall 8, and then from then on all of the other attacks have been done after the Christmas update, so they've got the new ability with the hogs and the bombs. So let's get into the attacks now. So on all of these, have a look at the troop. In this case, the attacker is bringing 34 hogs and 6 wizards. Now the clan castle will be the same in each case, and that is 2 max witches from the clan castle with 1 barb. And the idea is you drag the enemy CC over to the corner, then you drop with say an archer or something like that, which is what you just saw. You drop 2 barbs and then your CC, which has a barb and witches in it. Now the idea behind all of that is that the 2 barbs running forward allow the witches time to spawn their skeletons, and then their skeletons run forward, and then from that point on the witches are protected. Now you've noticed how all of the hogs have pathed around that double bomb that is there, and that double bomb never actually goes off. I don't think it goes off in this attack at all. I might go off there. There we go. But because the hogs didn't run directly over it, no worry. So that is the very popular Dragonflower base for Town Hall 8 just getting wiped out by hogs. Now this one's a little bit interesting because the read on this base was that over in the left and the right and the top there are spaces in the corner where there are no decorations. So the assumption was there were Teslas there. So you will notice that 2 hogs do get dropped onto the corner in anticipation that there are Teslas there. Once the first Tesla pops in that first corner, then it's a pretty good bet that there's Teslas in the other ones. Now the king is dropped, and then a few hogs. Still got some hogs left. 2 in the corner on that right hand side. Now more hogs coming in to reinforce the others. Watch the top, 2 hogs, Tesla pops, and watch the left, 2 hogs and a Tesla will pop. Meanwhile, the enemy's king was taken out by the witch and the witch's skeletons. So that's why you generally try to bring in the witches in the clan castle. What they do, the benefit that you get from the witches in the clan castle, as well as making it easier to distract the clan castle troops so you can save your poisons for skeleton traps within the base itself, and that is that the skellies also are part of the cleanup squad. They do cleanup. So the general rule of thumb is, what I'll do at the end of this video, I'll put a link to my Town Hall 8 hog guide so you can have a look at that as well. To give you a good rundown on how to hog at Town Hall 8, the number of troops and so on and so forth, but also take note of the troops being brought in here. So a lot of these later attacks coming in with 8 wizards, 4 archers, 4 barbarians, and the reduced number of hogs, and then in some you'll also notice that there's a Valkyrie and a minion that have been brought in. Now the reason for the Valkyrie and the minion is that just in case the enemy has a Valkyrie of his own, then you've got something that can distract their Valkyrie while your wizards and so on take out the enemy. So as you can see, it's another devastating attack. and there's a lot left over. So you notice that the skeletons help provide a tremendous amount of cleanup almost straight away. So the idea is, if you pay close attention, you'll see how the king is getting dropped down, and you might think, why would you drop the king down straight into weapons? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, for number one, the king starts to be a distraction while the hogs come in. Now, in this case, he has to rage the king, I believe. But number two, it enables you to bring the hogs in a way where you can see here that the king is protected now. So the king is suffering no damage. There is a little bit of damage going on the right-hand side, unfortunately. But the general idea is what you hope. You put the king in, it distracts the weapons, the hogs come in, and your kill squad lives. The wizards, the witches, the skellies, they all live. And they start providing cleanup straight away. Now you will notice he does still have a witch still firing on that top elixir. So you pay attention to how much damage the witches and the witch skellies do in these raids. Now in this case, the clan castle has a baby dragon. So what you need to do with a baby dragon is you need to put a poison down like you see here, and try and, if you can position it so that the baby dragon is subject to the poison the entire time, because it slows the baby dragon down and also de-rages the baby dragon so he's not so powerful. So you'll see here that the king has been raged, going over to the other king, and there's a Valkyrie as well that has been dropped down there to help that king take out the other king, and you'll see that again a little bit later on. The Valkyrie's just died just down there now. So tremendous amount of hogs left over. The witch skellies at the top up there doing all this cleanup so that your hogs don't need to path up there. So half the trash building around the outside's already been cleaned up by the time the hogs have taken care of the weapons on the inside. So that's the whole idea behind having the witch skellies. They enable you to kill the enemy CC very efficiently. As you've seen here, there's been no trouble killing the enemy CC. Most Town Hall 8s are bringing a balloon and a dragon, but if it's a baby dragon like you just saw previously, then it's still not making too much of a difference. Just put that poison in, and at the end, you're going to see an attack where a golem is brought in, and how they deal with the clan castle when the clan castle has a tremendous amount of distance to travel, and there's no way that you'll be able to get to the balloon because there are just too many weapons and things in the way. And you'll see a really good way to do that. So if you just notice that king kill up the top then, the Valkyrie was involved in that as well as a wizard. Now, you'll notice that the deployment of the hogs is some hogs, some hogs, some hogs, some hogs on these weapons. So 2 hogs on that bomb tower just then, not next to each other, so one on either side. So only 1 hog was going to be sustaining a lot of damage from the bomb tower. Now, in this case, very congested bases mean you have to try and come in a little bit heavier than you would do, but when the base is a little bit spread out, you can come in a little bit lighter on the hogs. And when I say heavier and lighter, I'm talking about things like come in with 4 hogs on a weapon versus come in with, say, 6 hogs on a weapon, or come in with 3 hogs, 3 hogs, 3 hogs, or 4, 4, 4, 4, something like that, as opposed to 6, 6, 6, 6. So, or even 7, 7, 7, 7. So depending on how heavy, how congested the weapons are, how much distraction that you may or may not be able to get out of your king, and so on and so forth. So as this particular attack goes ahead, pay close attention to the enemy's king and watch how he gets dispatched by the clan castle witches. Now, you see the hogs went in on the left, took out that cannon, so those witches get to survive a little bit longer, and now the rest of the hogs coming in on the right, gradually coming around. Now there's a bomb there. Now there's another bomb just near that dark storage, which you just saw that went off then, but there was only 1 heal spell left, so it was a little bit of a decision. Where do I actually where is the heal going to go? Is it going to go here, there? Does it get placed over that bomb? Does it get placed somewhere else? This is the thinking of when you're doing these attacks. You have to ask yourself, where am I going to put that heal? And if you, with the Town Hall 8, it's pretty easy to sort of figure that out before you do the attack. Most Town Hall 8s put the Town Hall in the middle, so you know there's no weapons there. So once they start to path around, then you can go, oh yeah, there's a space there. I'll probably need to put a heal there. So in this case, you'd look at this base and go, okay, there could have been a bomb there, but in this case, it's a skeleton trap that's popped. So now the next obvious places for bombs are on the left and the right where the mortars are. So you have to assume straight off the bat there's probably going to be bombs there. I don't know where the Teslas are, but there's going to be something, so I'll need to do a heal spell there. So here, coming in a little bit heavier with some hogs, and heal spell. And it turns out there's Teslas that have popped there, but that's all right. Now, having some more hogs coming off the top. Now, you know that there's, the king has just triggered a bomb on the outside, but you're not paying attention to that. You're watching the hogs on the inside, where to deploy the heals, because you've already decided that's where I'll need the heals. You're watching your hogs, you're watching their health, you're watching for skeletons that popped, and you'll notice that the poison spell was dropped. Up the top at the king there, you would have noticed that the Valkyrie was dropped a little bit early, so the Valkyrie was traveling around with the king, because it was pretty obvious that's where the king was actually going to get to, and meet up with the enemy king. So he would have a Valkyrie with him as well to help take on the enemy king. So there's a lot to watch in these attacks. Now in this attack here, you'll see that where the bomb tower is, the wizard tower, the archer, there's a whole field of death in that area. So coming in with those few hogs on the left. Now in this case, to get through that field, you've got the double poison to make sure that the balloon's dead before it gets to where you're going to deploy the troops. And now the standard procedure, archer tower, 2 barbs, drop the CC, drop the golem. The goal of the golem in this case is to tank for those weapons while the skeletons and wizards help take out the trash. And now you've got some hogs coming in. Have to be a little bit heavier on the hogs here. So there's only 13 hogs left to deploy now. So looking at that, it was going a little bit slow. Drop some more hogs in. Now there's only 10 left to go. Put some each on those weapons. Probably should have been about 4 each on those and leaving 2 for that top cannon, but it's all right. 1 cannon got up there, and there you go. All of the witch skellies are still alive there, taking out the stuff in the middle. You've got 2 witches alive, plenty of wizards, loads of hogs, and that is it. That is this base, totally wrecked, totally destroyed, nothing left of it. And that is the best Town Hall 8 attack for 2017, and that is straight up hogs, 3 heals, CC with 2 witches and a barb. You've seen how to do the killing on it. Put the link up for the hog tutorial, which shows more of these styles of attacks with surgical and things like that. So that's it. Best Town Hall 8 Clan War attack for 2017 is the hogs, as you've just seen. You'll be 6-starring most wars. It's the only attack you're going to need. So having said that, I'd like to thank you for sticking around to the end. I hope you found something useful. Even if you're a Town Hall 9, I'm pretty sure you found something useful in this. Please leave the video a like. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. I do appreciate any comments. Share the video with your clanmates or your friend, your family, whatever. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I will see you in the next video.